All right, don't point your finger at me. What's going on?
Okay, you're not speaking to me how I want to be spoken to, so I'm just peace.
Well, they gonna stop requesting the fucking room then. Yo, these women out here need to be in line, bro. Stop dealing with these women that ain't got no respect for your manhood, bro. A woman needs to be dominated at all times. She want to be dominated at all times, homie. Let me tell you something, bro. Stop dealing with these women that won't let you dominate them, man. It ain't even about that. A woman, she want a man, homie. Fuck wrong with you? You on the pill with me. You ain't running nothing over here but your mouth, shorty. Fuck out of here. We need our women feminine, divine feminine, soft-spoken, feminine, nigga. We don't need no hard woman trying to argue with me. I ain't trying to argue with you, nigga. I'm a man. You be a woman. You know what I'm saying? You can say I'm abusive, but what the police do when they run up and you disregard the police? You saying I'm that, right? It's another man that run your life. Let the police come up. What you do? Respect, nigga. And if you disrespect the police, what they gonna do to you? Law and order, nigga. Natural law and order. We men in nature, nigga. We ain't under their jurisdiction. We under a different jurisdiction around here, homie. You in my shit right now. I hate women. Fucking crazy, nigga. Love woman. I love woman, nigga. That's right. Speak so I could block your ass, nigga. Get rid of you fake niggas. I need more of the fake niggas out there to say something. Say something so I could block you. The more you say stuff, I could block you. Good. I need it. Clean house. That's what we came to do. Fuck out of here. I hate women that think they men. I came from a woman. I came from a man and woman, nigga. The fuck is you talking about, you idiot? See what I'm saying? Oh, the police have guns. We respect guns. Oh, the police, not because it's a man and that's your man and you need him. You ain't gonna respect him because you need him. You gonna disrespect the black man because you think you don't need me? Fuck out of here. I don't want to talk to you. You ain't no real woman. You the enemy. That's right. You the enemy. You an enemy. You ain't for men. Men supposed to be masculine. You trying to kill masculine energy. You want us to be around. And then when we feminine, then you like, oh, y'all feminine. But when we being masculine, you like, oh, y'all trying to disrespect women. Man, shut the fuck up. I'm me. If you accept it or not. Fuck out of here, nigga. I'm a man. A woman supposed to appeal to your manhood is supposed to calm you down, homie. You understand? A woman coming to you with masculine energy, yeah, don't ever fall for no woman, homie. That's because those are the kind of women that have been genetically modified to make you a bitch-ass nigga. And that's why men go to jail like me. We be in jail for assault charge for smacking the motherfucker in the face. Fuck out of here. Because real men ain't having it. In nature, it ain't having it. Cut it the all right, don't point your finger at me. What's going on?
Okay, you're not speaking to me how I want to be spoken to, so I'm just peace.
Well, they gonna stop requesting the fucking room then. Yo, these women out here need to be in line, bro. Stop dealing with these women that ain't got no respect for your manhood, bro. A woman needs to be dominated at all times. She want to be dominated at all times, homie. Let me tell you something, bro. Stop dealing with these women that won't let you dominate them, man. It ain't even about that. A woman, she want a man, homie. Fuck wrong with you? You on the pill with me. You ain't running nothing over here but your mouth, shorty. Fuck out of here. We need our women feminine. Divine feminine, soft-spoken, feminine, nigga. We don't need no hard woman trying to argue with me. I ain't trying to argue with you, nigga. I'm a man. You be a woman. You know know what I'm saying? You can say I'm abusive, but what the police do when they run up and you disregard the police? You saying I'm that, right? It's another man that run your life. Let the police come up. What you do? Respect, nigga. And if you disrespect the police, what they gonna do to you? Law and order, nigga. Natural law and order. We men in nature, nigga. We ain't under their jurisdiction. We under a different jurisdiction around here, homie. You in my shit right now. I hate women. Fucking crazy, nigga. Love woman. I love woman, nigga. That's right. Speak so I could block your ass, nigga. Get rid of you fake niggas. I need more of the fake niggas out there to say something. Say something so I could block you. The more you say stuff, I could block you. Good. I need it. Clean house. That's what we came to do. Fuck out of here. I hate women that think they men. I came from a woman. I came from a man and woman, nigga. The fuck is you talking about, you idiot? See what I'm saying? Oh, the police have guns. We respect guns. Oh, the police, not because it's a man and that's your man and you need him. You ain't gonna respect him because you need him. You gonna disrespect the black man because you think you don't need me? Fuck out of here. I don't want to talk to you. You ain't no real woman. You the enemy. That's right. You the enemy. You an enemy. You ain't for men. Men supposed to be masculine. You trying to kill masculine energy. You want us to be around. And then when we feminine, then you like, oh, y'all feminine. But when we being masculine, you like, oh, y'all trying to disrespect women. Man, shut the fuck up. I'm me. If you accept it or not, fuck out of here, nigga. I'm a man. A woman supposed to appeal to your manhood. Is supposed to calm you down, homie. You understand? A woman coming to you with masculine energy, yeah, don't ever fall for no woman, homie. That's because those are the kind of women that have been genetically modified to make you a bitch-ass nigga. And that's why men go to jail like me. We be in jail for assault charge for smacking the motherfucker in the face. Fuck out of here. Because real men ain't having it. In nature, it ain't having it. Cut it the fuck her, let her go. She got my child, fuck him too. Fuck all the motherfuckers, let's go. Fuck off.
And this is, once again, I'll say it again, said it about 100 times in this video, or in the last video. This is divine and righteous. He just said fuck his children and fuck all his baby mamas and everybody else.
Basically, I wasn't in alignment with some of the information that he was teaching. I didn't truly believe that he was the only path to get into enlightenment. I said that there's other ways to get to enlightenment. I felt that I could do for myself what he has done for himself because I believe in myself and I love myself and I want to see the best characteristics brought out about myself, and I have, a vision for my own self, just like he had a vision for himself. That's what I believe, and I told him that, he knows that, so he can't say that I'm going behind trying to be chatty patty. I already told him, I'm just sharing with you because I want you to know that if you believe in yourself and you have a vision for yourself, I just said,
let me get some of these people out of here.
Actually, not easy. If you have endometriosis,
Let me get some of these people out of here. Hold up. Let me get some of these people. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear us.
I want to take this.
Just speak the knowledge. Just go back to talking about the knowledge. A lot of people, I feel like this is a demon. People were like, go speak the knowledge. Don't even pay attention to what he's saying. That's not what I came to do. I just had 2 members leave, and they left because it's not a peaceful situation here. It's too much drama. So they left. And let me tell you something, bro. You want peace? Ain't no peace without war. As long as this Babylon shit is here in this earth plane, we didn't come here I didn't come here to make peace. I came here to turn a mother against their daughter. I came here to collect the elite and convict the weak. I like,
what made you, what groomed you, taught you, made you like him? Ain't that what a wife supposed to do? is you talking about? The power he has over you. That's what a fucking wife and a husband. Shit, these people. Look, man, don't stress yourself. Don't stress yourself, these folks.
My home is right where I'm at.
They want to make you. They want to. Now they you see. Now Stephanie left. The baby gone. Now they trying to attack you.
Yeah,
and kill
I know.
what we got. So listen, don't even play with these folks. These folks are trying to destroy what we got. He know you pregnant.
Let me address that. Having the baby on the talking about having the baby on the in where? In Babylon? Are you fucking kidding me? Absolutely not. No.
For a little bit, and then he said, the first thing that came out his after a couple of sentences later, he said, "How old are you? What's your birth chart?" Because that's what he liked to do. So I told him, well, my birth chart wasn't in. As soon as he found out I was 17, he was like, "Don't send me no provocative pictures. Don't send me nothing, no news, because I don't want to have Young Pharaoh and Asha Divine and all of them on my ass." And I'm kind of just sitting here like, okay, the conversation was.
So this is where I got to chime in at one of them questions. So he confirmed that he didn't want you to send him no news because he didn't want Asha Divine or me on his head. Okay, let's continue.
So we've been talking for a while, and then so it kind of got romantic at the point, but I didn't think nothing of it because I was just kind of like, you know what, whatever, you do you. And eventually I said, oh, are you looking for another? So I thought it would be cool or whatever. So I
who said that they were brainwashed into polygamy, and they're happy to say it too. I guess when people think about brainwash, the connotation that they think about is negative, but they say it's not. They had to adapt the mind of Nature Boy. The Eliana is in charge, and she basically trained the other wife what to provide and how to provide to her.
Myself and truly who I am. I'm the ruler of this planet. I am the ambassador.
And the chief commander.
Like, I'm actually struggling to put my message together off the information that I can grab off the internet to make it plain to people and articulate it in a way that they can understand it.
It's about to get serious for you vampires.
I am delivered! You know, the closest I could tell you is that I was attracted to transsexuals. It did. That was when I was in that gay world and I was working. They the thing that, but I realized I was only attracted to them because they look like women, and I'm attracted to a woman, and that they reminisce of women now. So I was like, you know what I mean? I was attracted to that for a while. Like, I said I like women. Women. I said women. You can put your penis inside the anus, and then it feels good, and you can have an orgasm, literally. Have an orgasm. Women. I said women. Men bust nuts from having another man stick a penis in their butt. That's just, it just is what it is. I will. Hey.
What's going on, guys? So before I get started with this video, I want to address a couple of things for the newcomers to my YouTube channel, because there have been a few comments from people who obviously don't know me on social media. And they seem to be under the impression that I'm some type of politically correct simp or Captain Save-A-Ho that, you know, will apologize if people's feelings get fragile or hurt or whatever. And and you know, on the flip side of that, I had this one particular idiot who said that I've gone soft on these women. And I guess what he is indicating is that I don't go hard like I used to on YouTube anymore. If you have listened to my rhetoric here on YouTube in the short time that I've been back temporarily putting my commentary on here, I haven't been using anywhere near as many cuss words. I haven't been using anywhere near as many, suggestive terminologies or you know, any type of stuff that's, like stereotypically considered sexist or racist. I do, but I keep it at a minimum. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna address both of these individuals, both types of individuals that seem to be whining and crying on some of my more recent videos as if I give a damn. Number one, to this goofy and any goofy who thinks that I've gone soft on these females. Number one, all I have to say to that starting off is go to fsavenger.com. Go to my fsavenger.com channel, which should be in the link in the description box, and then come back and tell me how soft I've gone on these females. Okay? Number two, and this is really the main thing, I don't know how much you chowderheads have noticed or not, but here on YouTube, they are very, very heavily censored. Okay? They are very, very heavily sensitive to anything that is not, pro, popular culture, all of this, this, censorship, policing, and, you can't say this or you can't say that because it hurts somebody's little feelings over here, or it hurts somebody's little feelings over there, and in case you haven't noticed, you can't just come on here, running off at the mouth, unless you're one of the top guys, like a Kevin Samuels or a Tommy Sotomayor. Then yeah, you can get away with it, because why? Through probably Google AdSense, you're making Hypocrite Tube a lot of money. So then they're gonna turn a blind eye. Kevin Samuels even told us on a stream, one of the last streams that I was on the Obsidian Radio Live show in 2018, he said, YouTube's community guidelines are not for everybody. They're for the little people, okay? So I'm a little person here on ScrewTube, so I can't go just saying anything I want like a Tommy or a Kevin Samuels, like saying that, these females are average at best, or, we know the stuff that Tommy's hypocritical self be saying. But in case you haven't noticed, if you say anything that, hurt somebody's feelings, all they got to do is flag it. Now, videos can get flagged anyway. I mean, there have been people that don't make what's considered offensive content, that like channels of show people how to garden, and they shit get flagged down. So, YouTube is kind of moving away from that a little bit, but still, you gotta tiptoe through the Tula Tubes very lightly around here. Otherwise, your shit will constantly be fucked with. Okay? Even if they don't remove your channel, they'll age restrict it, and they do all kinds of little sneaky shit nowadays to, limit the viewership of somebody's channel and their videos if they, deem their channel on the YouTube platform to not be what they call advertiser friendly, or anti-liberal, or too pro-conservative, or too far right, or too anti-feminist, or any of a number of different things. Okay, so for all the idiots that are saying that I'm going too soft on women, I guess the light switch didn't turn on in your brain for the bulb to shine throughout the room for you to clearly see the light that I'm being as politically correct and as mild and as moderate as I possibly can. Okay? I'm not talking like this because this is how I normally go in on, things that I talk about. I'm talking like this because, as I told y'all, until I finish this pay-per-view batch, which I'm still working on, I got so much fucking commentary. I have to temporarily, well, I don't have to, but I'm choosing to temporarily put my commentary back here on YouTube because there's just too many subjects, too many different things that I want to talk about, and I can't add anything else to the pay-per-view batch because it's already too big. Okay, the pay-per-view batch for Patreon, paying Patreon members, I mean. Okay, so as long as I temporarily am, making new videos and being on here on ScrewTube, I gotta play a little nice. They let you get away with some if you're a little guy, but you gotta play a little nice. Okay, trust and believe. Okay, when it comes down to it, I'm not nice. Okay, so and you know that your brain isn't turned all the way on. Okay, you got one switch on and one switch off. You ever been to one of those offices or rooms that has two light switches beside each other, and if you only turn one on, the room is slightly dim, and if you turn the other one on, then the room is fully lit? Well, yeah, dude, you got one light switch off in the motherfucking room. Turn both light switches on, then you'll be able to see the light and think clearly as to what the fuck is going on. Okay, so that's out of the way. The other thing that I'm going to address is the other side of the spectrum. Particularly in my last Sha'Carri Richardson video, where I swore I wasn't going to make another video about that goofy ass girl, but that's like my 5th or 6th video, simply because it's just so intriguing to see her get her ass whooped and continue to make a fool representing the Fool of Fools, which is the BAW. Those of you who know what that's abbreviated for. You can't associate fool with, certain groups. So I just say the BAW, subject for another video. But in that video, which instantly went viral from the moment that I posted it, and that's if ScrewTube has allowed it to stay up, there were some sensitive people in there. One person, I'm giving commentary the best way I can. I just got done watching Sha'Carri in Brussels, Belgium, finish 4th place in the last regular season track meet of the Diamond League Classic Series. And, I'm giving a play-by-play commentary of what went down and why Sha'Carri isn't ready for the pros. And, I'm being general. I'm being specific about things that I know, and I'm being general about things that I don't. I have these idiots coming on here, both male and female, talking about, Namibia. Well, Namibia, you said you think Namibia is in Africa. No, Namibia is definitely in Africa. And then this one fool is sitting up here talking about, well, you said that British black girl. If you don't know the name of the girls, then you need to go and research them. Well, how about you get off my video and make your own video? If you know the name of the British girl and you know where Namibia is, then get your ass off of my shit and get on your own shit and make your own video. How about that? Since you were so much more knowledgeable about this than me, I had another fool on there talking about, speak for yourself. When I said, nobody was paying attention to track and field. Look, he said, speak for yourself, like, indicating that he watches track and field all the time. Even Usain Bolt, dumbasses, even Usain Bolt said in an interview, and you can go look this up, don't take my word on nothing. Usain Bolt said that he likes Sha'Carri Richardson in the sense of what she's doing to blow up the sport of track and field. Like, let's be real here, okay? Everybody trying to act like, oh, I was always watching track and field. I was watching track and field before Sha'Carri Richardson was born. How many motherfuckers was really watching or paying attention to track and motherfucking field before this goofy ass weave head Sha'Carri Richardson got hyped up by the liberal American media? How many? Yeah, of course there were some. You're always going to have people who are diehard fans, former athletes. They have kids and relatives that compete in this stuff, and they're following it. They're true followers of the sport, okay? But it's most people, just like videos that go viral. Most people don't watch channels. They follow, videos. They follow trends, okay? So most people wasn't paying attention to that shit. And Usain Bolt, he even he even admitted that, you know, while Sha'Carri is a big goofy, she's done more for the sport in the sense of hyping it up in the eyes of the media and the world than, you know, even he did when he was, you know, smoking everybody in, you know, the men's competitions. Okay. In Sha'Carri's last track meet, where she finished a distant fourth, you heard on my video where I was recording the actual race, where, you know, the announcers were speaking a foreign language, some type of pig Latin. I don't know what it was. I guess people will be offended by that too. You know, you couldn't make out nothing that they were saying, but how many times in a foreign language did you hear them mention the name Sha'Carri Richardson? Now, this is a foreign country, okay? And all they talking about in the foreign language while the race is going on, before, during, and after the race, is Sha'Carri Richardson. How many times did you hear them mention the other girls' names, including the one that won, Christina Mboma? Exactly, okay? So, you know, get off my dick about that, okay? If you're a pure track and field athlete, why are you even on my channel? Shouldn't you be watching like a sports channel? Okay? So all these people that are sensitive, you know, because I don't know where this country is, or I don't know that girl's name. Let's be realistic for a second. Okay? I live here in the United States of America. If I lived in Namibia, I would know what's going on in Namibia. Primarily. If I lived in the UK, I probably would know the British black girl's name. Why? Because the British black girl's name would be being said by the British media. Okay? I neither know nor give a damn what else is going on in the rest of the world, unless it's something that catches my interest. Then yeah, I'll do research on it. Okay? But this is not worth, you know, doing a whole bunch of studying on. It is what it is. I'm giving commentary. It's my opinion. And it's my video. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Okay? The truth of the matter is, okay, we're not over here in the United States with all the dysfunction that goes on over here. We ain't paying attention to y'all and the rest of the world any more than y'all paying attention to us. And to the extent that y'all are paying attention to us, a lot of it is because of jealousy. I'm just going to come out and say it. That's why so many people come here from the rest of the world, not as tourists, but they want to become permanent residents, students, anything to get their ass in the so-called land of the free. And I don't consider myself an American patriot. It's just the truth. Okay? You can't, I live in a college town. Okay? So you can't expect me to take you seriously when you sitting up here talking about, you know, America isn't the best. Yeah, we know America ain't the best, but so many of y'all come over here, so y'all must believe the hype more than we do. Okay? Those of us who were born over here know America really ain't shit, to be honest with you. But y'all coming, y'all thirsty ass over here all the damn time. So, you know, I mean, like I say, where I live is so many Asian students. Like literally, I had the dean of the University of Illinois tell me that 1/3 of his graduates are Koreans. Okay, so you don't see me when we go over to y'all countries. We usually going over there as tourists. We not staying over there, bro. So y'all coming over here trying to get like permanent residency. So please don't say nothing to me. Okay, and in the case that this video is flagged down, it'll just simply be put back up on fsavenger.com. I'll probably put it up there anyway. But anyway, I didn't mean to go off on that, but I just had to set it straight. Look, if you're sensitive to political incorrectness, that video that I had with over Sha'Carri Richardson finishing 4th in Brussels, Belgium, that was mild coming from me, bro. If you can't deal with my mild, then you showing the hell can't deal with my hot. And you know what they say about if you can't stand the heat, get the hell out the kitchen, baby. Now, that's over with. So, to this story of this sexually confused weirdo and mental patient who goes by the name Eligio Bishop, but he's gone by several different stage names, including on social media, including Eligio the Christ and Eligio the Pisces, yada yada yada. This guy really, for me, epitomizes what I talk about when I say that particularly these black females, they deify and they lust for and they give it up to dysfunctional men. Okay? I mean, listen, this is a story that I mistakenly came across this story from a Facebook post from a female who reposted it that I'm doing research on currently, that's going to be part of my Thotopsy series. And I'm looking at the first video, which was the video of Eligio. He was on an Instagram live and he was talking to some light-skinned black chick, and they got into some type of an argument. That, at least that's how the stream clip started from where I saw it. And she's like, well, I don't like the way you're talking to me. I think you're being disrespectful, so I'm going to go ahead and get off. And then he's like, well, leave. And, you know, then when she leaves, he goes into this whole rant. About how, you know, women don't want men to be men. They want men to be effeminate, and you got to dominate women, and, you know, don't deal with no woman that doesn't want to be dominated, and blah, 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 blah. And listen, y'all know that I'm an anti-feminist. I am strictly anti-feminist. For all these idiots talking about I've gone soft, okay? I'm just talking nice here on YouTube, and I don't know if this is nice enough, to be quite frankly honest with you. I mean, you see how I exploded in the intro of my commentary on all these you know, sensitive fools. But look, everybody knows what I think about the modern day female. I don't even have to go into that, okay? But I could tell from right off the bat that this dude was a fucking clown, okay? I could tell from right off the bat just the way he was sounding. Him with a bunch of other Negroes with their shirts off in front of a camera, like that's supposed to make a statement or mean something to me. You know, it was a little suspect to me, but, you know, I let it go. And I could tell this guy was a Pookie and Ray Ray type, okay? Those of you who run in these circles, you know what we mean when we talk about a Pookie and Ray Ray. But I said, from that first video now, I was willing to give this dude a chance. I said, okay, he's a Nipsey Hussle, Pookie type dude, you know, but let's just give him a chance, because he is regurgitating some of the things that we talk about why, you know, masculinity is being demonized now. Okay, I've said I personally don't agree with violating or, you know, shortening the rights of women any more than I agree with, you know, putting feminism over masculinism. Okay, but at the same time, I understand that a lot of the problems that we see in today's society are a direct result of women being told that they are powerful without actually having to prove it through effort and through innovation and through, you know, success like men have over the course of the last several centuries. Okay, so I you know, he's upset, he's angry. You know, these Pookies, even like what's his name? Oh God, I can't even remember. Well, what is that fool's name? God dog it. You know, he's a DMX type where when somebody even slightly challenges him, he gets real angry, and you know, his rage, you know, shoots up like somebody's body temperature, and he goes off and he goes into this rant. So I said, okay, he's a Pookie savage, but give him a chance. Give him a chance to express himself. You know, he's trying to make maybe he's not doing the best job at making his point, but, you know, let him make his point. So I let him make his point, and for me, it was really the part, I knew he wasn't being serious. See, I wasn't even going, this was just a video that I was going to look at, maybe do a commentary on, maybe not do a commentary on. but I was not, it wasn't going to be nothing major. I certainly wasn't going to do no major research on it when I was already in the middle of my Thoughtopsy, my series for my Thoughtopsy series. But it was when he started talking about, women being, like being slapped around, they like being dominated and all of that shit. That's when I knew that this Negro wasn't being serious. And see, once I knew that he wasn't being serious, I kind of put him in that category of like the Black Pastor, the Kevin Samuels of the world, the Tommy Sotomayor's of the world, all these other frauds. Okay. And I realized that, okay, there's something else behind this front that this dude is putting up. There's something, when a dude goes that hard talking shit where he knows, he knows in his heart of hearts that the stuff that he's talking is not going to be received well. He knows that, most of these females are not going to submit to no black man, much less if he's being, an asshole towards her. Yes, these females like abusive dudes, but they don't want you to come out and say in public what you're doing. Okay, and we're going to cycle back around to that in a minute. But he knows that he's trolling. Okay, because the stuff that he's saying is it's not on par with, what is actually going to be received if he's trying to draw people into this little cult that he has. So I said, okay. This dude is, he's talking tough. I've talked tough, but he's talking shit that would actually push his target audience, which I guess are black females, away from him instead of drawing them to him, right? So I read a couple of comments, and that's as far as I was gonna take it. It's just another Pookie running off at the mouth, one of these pro-Israelite looking, so-called woke goofies that probably has a extensive criminal record, which he does, and we'll get to that in a minute. And I was just gonna leave it as just reading the comments underneath the video. It wasn't until I came across a comment after only just reading like a dozen comments, I came across a comment of somebody who said, and I'll try to quote, "This is the same guy who admitted to doing gay shit as a prostitute, talking about being a masculine man and dominating women." So, when I read that, I was like, no, bruh, come on, man. Y'all gonna do this to me now? I'm already behind in the Climbing Mount Dusty series. I'm already behind making the Thoughtopsy series. I'm already behind in, the pay-per-view batch. And y'all gonna do this to me, bruh. A viral video of a dude that's acting like a diehard thug gangster. And this dude was doing homosexual prostitution. He was a member of the LGBTQ community, and now here he is barking at females that don't want to submit to a masculine man. I was like, come on, bro. No. Y'all playing with me right now, bro. Like, I seriously sometimes believe I'm cursed and blessed at the same time, because in one way, I'm kind of building a brand that I don't really have, I don't really care to have on YouTube. But at the same time, I'm falling behind in a lot of major projects that I want to do. And, I only have so much time to produce videos. I keep getting sidetracked. And, it's almost like I wish I could hire some employees to help me with this shit. Because it's like, when I come across shit like this, bro, like, it's hard for me to just ignore it or walk away from it. Like, this is something, I got to get this. I got to deal with this. It just... when somebody says something like that, usually they're not trolling. They have some type of insider information. So I take the dude's name, and turns out I do some quick research on Instagram, because I can see a name tag on the Instagram live that was recorded and replayed back on Facebook. And I take that and I go on Instagram and I type in Eligio hyphen the Christ. And I don't see the channel Eligio the Christ, but I see a lot of other stuff that's clearly meant to mimic or troll or mock this dude Eligio. So it didn't take me too long to realize that this Eligio dude was probably banned from Instagram. And that's probably the reason why the Instagram live, the channel or the page that he hosted the Instagram live from couldn't be found when I typed in its exact credentials on Instagram. But there's several other Eligio the this, the Eligio the that. Some I can't say because this is YouTube. But somebody was calling him Eligio the F word. That's a slang for being a homosexual. So y'all know what that is. And then at the very top, there was one called Eligio the Antichrist, which was as close to Eligio the Christ as I could find. So I clicked on that one. And at first I thought that was actually his page and he just slightly changed the name. But after I started browsing the 35 posts on that page, it quickly became clear to me that this was a troll page that was intended to mock and expose him. It was an exposure Instagram page that was showing, all the contradictions and hypocrisies and scandals and controversies that this dude has been in. Now look, in the intro I showed y'all what I could from that page, okay? I couldn't show everything, or I chose not to show everything. There was a video in there on Instagram of him allegedly being abusive to what I think somebody was saying was his young son. He had him running barefoot through the jungle with no shirt on, just some shorts. And this kid looks like he's no older than 5, maybe 6 years old. He could get an infection running barefoot, anything. And Eligio is behind him with a camera and he's yelling at this kid to run, don't stop, don't be a B word. The kid falls and he yells at him to get back up, and he's chasing this kid through like this forest jungle area. I mean, there could be snakes on the ground. It could be anything. I don't know what that was about, but people were saying that was the person on the exposure page. They showed that as proof that this Eligio character is abusing children in his little cult, which, by the way, is or was overseas. But we'll get to that in a minute. So then there was another video that I chose not to show in the intro because I don't know how that's going to be received by YouTube's censorship police, of this light-skinned, nappy beard having black dude who's like a lieutenant in Eligio's cult. He's like second or third in command. You see him in like every fucking video. And this dude is talking about he thought he was dreaming or hallucinating when he molested his 2 younger sisters. And I'm assuming because he self-proclaimed himself indirectly to be a pedophile, I'm assuming that he was talking about sisters who were underage. So I chose to keep like that stuff like out of the intro from what I showed you guys, just because, like I said, I don't know how that's going to be received with, ScrewTube censorship police. But I did show you several other things. A couple of them stuck out with me in particular, okay? One was, because, this guy, it didn't take me too long. It really did not take me too long to very quickly realize that this dude is a mental patient, okay? Something is wrong with this guy. I mean, listen, man, we've heard David Carroll say it on several occasions, okay, that a lot of these black men are, sexually suspect. A lot of them bat from both sides of the plate, and then he said that a lot of black women they sleep with homosexual black men, and then they turn around and pretend like they don't know that the black dude is homosexual or bisexual, because they think, and a lot of the times they do this because they think that their vaginas are some type of black girl magic that can actually change this dude or turn him into a heterosexual male. Okay. And so on that note, one of the things that really stuck out at me was, and I don't remember everything that I showed in the intro, but the video of him and some of his male followers, and there was this really, beautiful black girl. I personally, y'all know, I'm out the dating game. I retired from that a long time ago. I don't deal with human females anymore. I'm into hashtag dog culture. I really don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I've explained, the juice just is not worth the squeeze with these females. And this story is really an example of why. Okay. Now, he's in a cult, and they were at one time, before they got booted out, they were in Costa Rica. We'll get to that a little later too. But there's this video of this real pretty, just naturally pretty black girl. She looked like she was at least an 8 with no makeup. Could have been a 9. Had the prettiest smile. She looked like she was one of them shy types. I don't know. I just saw that video. But she was in I don't know if y'all saw that. She was in an orange sundress. Beautiful girl. And she's standing here with these weirdo dudes. Okay. And one of them, I thought it was Eligio, but I think it's a dude that just looks like him in the cult. He grabs her behind the neck and she turns and just looks at him with the most babyish, innocent, cute smile. And this girl is cute as a button, right? And then I saw another picture of him posing with this light-skinned black girl. And then I went, after I got off of this Instagram page, I did further research and digged up a couple of online articles, including from Daily Mail UK, that talked about in 2017, when this cult that Eligio started first, got media attention. There was this goofy white girl that came all the way from Canada. She saw this dude on social media, and she decided to leave her home, leave her family from Canada, I think suburban Toronto, and go all the way to Costa Rica to be in this cult. And she was like the only white person there amongst, all these mentally unstable black people, right? And her family was pleading with her to come back, and Canadian authorities were contacting the Costa Rican authorities and, trying to work things out where she could be forcibly deported back to Canada. But that didn't work out. And I don't know exactly how that story ended. But while I was looking at the story of the white girl in the Daily Mail article, I found out some other very interesting things about Eligio and his cult. Number one, they used to call themselves Melanation or something like that. Then they turned it into Carbon Nation. He started this cult in 2016. Now, their cult, well, first of all, let's start from the beginning. Eligio, he is originally from New York, but he's had residencies, I believe they said, in Houston and Atlanta. And Eligio used to be a former gay male model and a former gay male stripper and prostitute. Okay. He has a criminal record that includes breaking and entering, battery, aggravated assault, and in 2020, last year, he was arrested in Hawaii for violating the quarantine order of the Hawaiian governor when the police found him on the beach playing with some turtles. I really don't consider that like a major criminal offense, because y'all know what I think about COVID-19, subject for a video we can't talk about here. But he had a couple of felonies on his record. This dude, he admitted, as y'all heard in the intro in the last video that I played, he admitted to being attracted to transsexuals. He admitted to being a former gay model slash stripper slash prostitute, right? And, you know, now, flash forward 4 years later, turns out, I don't know if this was, you know, through workings of the State Department or, you know, just a decision that these countries made. This jungle fever that this crazy Negro set up for his cult got booted out of Costa Rica. Costa Ricans, the Nicaraguans, and I think they said the Hondurans, and either Honduras or Puerto Rico, definitely Costa Rica and Nicaragua, oh, and Panama, all booted the cult members out of their country, right? Because they, you know, they were getting too much negative press. Nicaragua, strangely enough, of all fucking places, isn't that where Noriega was from? Nicaragua? Nicaragua, of all places, listed Eligio and his cult as a threat to national security. That sounds like some behind-the-scenes American State Department shit working. You know, some dirty diplomacy shit working. But nonetheless, they got booted out of 3 countries, Central American and Caribbean countries, right? And so they were supposed to board a plane to go back to the U.S. because, again, they got booted out of the country. But they couldn't board the plane because they stink. Yeah. The airline that they were supposed to get on multiple airlines refused to let this Negro and his cult members, I'm assuming they mean both the male and the female. I hope that pretty ass girl wasn't stinking, but you know, it is what it is. Multiple airlines refused to let any of the cult members get on the airplane. So I don't know how they eventually left the country. Maybe they left by cargo plane. Maybe UPS picked them up. I don't know. Maybe Costa Rica arranged something where FedEx could pick them up and drop them off priority mail. I don't know. But multiple airlines said they couldn't get on because of their extremely bad odor. I said, what the fuck? So I go to look further, do further research, and find out that this cult, it believes in several strange things. It believes in shitting next to the base of trees. They believe in not bathing. They believe in surrendering all of your personal effects to the leader, Eligio. When you join the cult, you have to give up your bank cards. You have to give your PIN number to your bank cards. You got to give up any money you have on you. Anything and everything goes to Eligio, so you can focus on nature and, you know, these mythological philosophies and all this bullshit that they're into. They obviously believe in nudity and polygamy. And I'm looking at this, and then I say, okay, whoa. Okay, let me cycle back. Let me run it back for a second to when I first came across the viral video. This dude is sitting up here talking and acting all tough, you know, ranting as Negroes typically do. You know, he's doing, you know, he has the whole Taz energy thing going on, if y'all know who that is, on here on YouTube. And, you know, he's acting all gangster and thug, like he's about to knock somebody out like Negroes typically do. And this dude is talking about what you need to do to women. You know, he went to jail for slapping a woman, and, you know, women need to want to be dominated. Yet this dude is a former gay stripper. He's a former gay model, gay prostitute, who admitted to being attracted to transsexuals, talking about how men can get sexually aroused and how they can climax during sex with another man. He's a felon, and he doesn't wash his ass, yet somehow this dude has multiple females, black and white, in his cult. and you know they're having sex and whatever else they're doing. This dude is on video with other dudes, some of whom have admitted to being pedophiles. He's on video being, I won't say the video is in and of itself is abusive, but it does show maybe a little overreach as far as how a parent should be treating their child. I mean, running your child through a forest or a jungle barefoot with no shirt on. I can't say that's abusive, but it is. I can understand how it could be suggestive of possible child abuse and child neglect. And all of this, you got pedophilia, homosexuality, transsexuality, no hygiene, a criminal record including felonies, possible child abuse, and pedophilia. Yet, these dudes, under Eligio's rule, are able not only to pull a handful of women, because their cult itself, the cult itself looks relatively small. It doesn't look like a cult, like what is that fool? A Jim Jones cult, with like 1,000 people in it or nothing like that. This looks like a cult that probably has maybe 20 people or less from what I've seen. Now, it's a very small group of these idiots. But nonetheless, they can not only pull women, but find women. I mean, you see how nice looking this black girl in this orange sundress was. Or I did. In my opinion, she's very pretty. Okay? And then the other light-skinned black chick, she's not that bad, all that bad looking either. The one with the natural. And then there's a couple of dark-skinned black girls and this white girl who came her goofy ass all the way from Canada to, be with this dude. I was going to say something else. I stopped myself. And then you compound that with the fact that this dude apparently at some point had 85,000 subscribers on a YouTube channel. I actually didn't check to see if his YouTube channel was still there. I just, I didn't think to. And at this point, I really don't think it matters, even if he has 1,000 videos on there, which I doubt because he's clearly been removed from Instagram. Somebody tagged him. As a matter of fact, the person who made the exposure page, they tagged him on Instagram. And when I clicked the tag, his page was clearly removed. And he's probably been removed on other big tech platforms too, because several governments, including the U.S. government and feminists and everybody else is calling this dude's cult dangerous. A small group of mentally deficient individuals not washing their ass, the leader being a gay prostitute, are they dangerous? They're not armed like David Koresh. They don't have cyanide poison like Jim Jones. Are they dangerous in the sense of a threat to national security like Nicaragua? They claim Nicaragua said. I highly doubt it. Is their cult dangerous? No. Is it weird? Yes. Can it be abusive? Yes. Should children be involved? Hell no. But dangerous, I really wouldn't go that far. I think that's a deliberate exaggeration. Again, on one hand, white people like Jim Jones, David Koresh, they can get away with things that, or even them Stargate fools that kill themselves in California, I think with cyanide too back in the late 90s. They can get away with a lot of things that black people can't. But on the flip side of that, this fool is so damn dysfunctional, he can't even run a lunatic cult right. And I mean, this dude is he's just a hallmark. I mean, sexually suspect. Felonies on his record. Switch hitting, what you Negroes call switch hitting, batting from both sides of the plate. Not bathing, not believing in bathing. I mean, everything that is wrong that I say is the reason why Negroes are hashtag half the problem, contradicting himself, being hypocritical. I believe they believe in a lot of that pro-Israelite type stuff from some of the rhetoric that I've heard. Everything ass backwards and dysfunctional about this degenerate. Yet he's still able to garner the attention of not only black women in his cult, and some very pretty black women at that, but he's able to garner attention from black women on social media. Because remember what Sha'Carri said in the black community is true. Any attention, good or bad, is good attention. Is quality attention. What do they say? They say, yeah, that's what they say. Any press is good press, right? Because it draws attention to you, okay? So even though you have a lot of black females, you have a handful of them that co-sign some of the crazy stuff that this dude says and does. But on the flip side of that, you have most black females that are already black man hating feminist trolls that are talking about, if he put his hands on them, they shoot him, and this Negro must not like women, and oh hey, look at his past, and yada yada yada. But see, at the same time, I know, because we've seen this in everybody from Cynthia G to Crystal Kerzin to the very females that are in his cult. Okay, a lot of these females are even the ones that are hating on him. A lot of these females, if he was standing right there, maybe minus the bad hygiene, they would probably at some point sleep with this guy or perform fellatio on him. And that's not a far stretch. That's not a, don't say I'm reaching. Don't say I'm reaching. It's not a far stretch to assume that. Because we have seen on much larger scales, particularly black females, okay, deal with dysfunctional black and other race groups of men, okay? I mean, everybody from that pastor who died of cancer, what was his name? Eddie Long, all the way down to these black females. Granted, most of them are escorts, but you have some females who, don't necessarily work in the sex industry that are giving Tommy Sotomayor so much pussy, even though he talks about them like dogs, and has a checkered past himself, okay? These females are sexually attracted to dysfunctional, degenerate men, okay? You need it's not just black men. You need no bigger example of that than ghetto gaggers, okay? I mean, they have a endless Donald Emil Vollenweider, who's the name who goes under the pseudonym Duke Skywalker. He has a endless supply of black females to choose from, okay? Everything from ugly to basic to extremely attractive to come on that show. Some of them are novices, some of them are pros, but most of them, are, that's their first porn scene in the sex industry, okay? To come on there and let those white trash dudes do whatever they want to them, whatever their little, racist hearts desire, okay? And this shit still hasn't been shut down after almost 15 fucking years, okay? These females, a lot of them, too many of them, and we see this in their social media posts, okay? It's not lost on me, the degenerate female whose Facebook I actually found this on and came across, okay, that was recently involved in a certain encounter that I'm not going to talk about because that's going to be in the Thoughtopsy series, okay? And that's not lost on me, the female that reposted this, okay? These females are turned on by dysfunctional, degenerate men. This is what they are sexually, physically, and even emotionally attracted to. The very type of dudes, these females are so quick to say that niggas ain't shit. They are so quick to say that. They are so quick to, hit that phrase, yet and still. The very dudes that they say ain't shit. I have literally seen these females talk about men like dogs and then turn right around and repost or post, a meme or a picture or make a post of the very type of dudes that they claim to hate. No bigger example that we have of this in black social media, and specifically here on YouTube, than Cynthia G and Robert Perkins. I mean, make that make sense. The woman who used to call black men dusties and beta male coons, and now she calls them 3 trash bag dusties. This crazy ass bimbo is still talking about black men and how they're dominated. Still, even though in 2019 she went her goofy ass all the way to North Carolina from Seattle, Washington, and spread her legs and let a dude who had 5 children by 4 baby mamas raw dog her and impregnate her and become his 5th baby mama with his 6th child. The epitome of what she accuses black men of being, which are dusties, beta male coons, breeders, and 3 trash bag dusties. She laid down and got impregnated by this dude. Okay? So it's more than apparent that there's obviously a disconnect here. And if you do the type of research that I've done, really you don't even have to do research. But when you do research, the reality of the gravity of psychological disconnect between reality and non-reality with these females just becomes that much more apparent. Okay, it becomes that much more blatant, and it becomes that much more apparent. Okay, how do you have a dude that had these females will sit up here and call you an educated lame, but they will put a Nipsey Hussle, they will put a Eddie Long, they will put a Tommy Sotomayor, they will put a Eligio Bishop or whatever his name is on a pedestal. They will put one of these jive timing, lesser known black pastors that you can find in any major city, from fucking Detroit to Dallas, from New York to Los Angeles, on a pedestal. They literally will do anything for these dysfunctional black males. You remember a few years ago, that female in North Carolina, she won a huge lottery. Everybody remembers this. She won a huge lottery. She had a thug black boyfriend that was in prison. No, he was in jail on bail. And his bail was huge. It was like $1 million because he had committed some serious violent felony. She bailed this fool out. He committed another crime. I think he either violated the terms of his bail or probation or something like that. Wound up with his dumb ass in jail again. And this time the bail was even higher for $2 million. And the dumb broad bailed him out twice. $3 million of her financial booty literally got took from her, trying to bail Pookie out of jail. And I think eventually she went nearly broke between that and a few bad real estate investments. This was the same woman who purchased a renovated former slave plantation. We ain't gonna even go there on YouTube, man. But we ain't gonna even go there on YouTube. But again, man, this is what I try to explain. And look, man, it's not a secret that, a lot of these dudes, bat from both sides of the plate. I mean, I can't say his name because this is YouTube. Y'all gonna the dude that's gonna be featured, the main dude that's gonna be featured in Climbing Mount Dusty when I finally get through with that shit and release it. This Struggle Dusty from Indianapolis, the dude that called himself doxing me for having dolls on my shit, trying to talk shit about me, he's sexually suspect, as you will clearly see in the receipts. So it's no secret that a lot of black men, including those who talk and act tough, are, sexually suspect. That's no surprise. Okay? But to the person who is not familiar with black culture, for the person who is not, a logical thinker and observer, it may be a little strange and a little weird to make sense of a group of women who sit up all day on and offline talking about how dominated and how trashy and how ain't this and ain't that their group of men are. Yet and still, they will show all of this disrespect towards black men as a whole, completely ignore black men who, are working class, like blue collar, okay? And have like a list of demands of what a man has to have in their online dating profiles, all these fake ass fraudulent online dating services that are out, like, Piece of Fish and OkCupid and what's the more popular one? I forget the name of it. But all these dating profiles, these females will have a list of demands like they're the Bachelorette or some shit on ABC, right? But then you look at the type of dudes that they lay down with and that they date, whether it's a one-night stand or a 5-year relationship. And it really leaves you scratching your head, okay? I even told y'all my last relationship. I was with a female that was in an 8-year on and off abusive relationship. She cheated on her ex-boyfriend. He cheated on her at least twice, according to her. He sucker punched her, nearly knocked her eye out of his socket one time. She had to go get eye surgery, and her eye was still messed up, okay? He busted out the windows of her mama house, okay? And that relationship between them lasted 2 fucking years. 8 years. Yet in our relationship, I never put my hands on the girl. Did everything that I possibly could. Again, this was back when I was in simp mode, all the way back in 2017. Haven't had a relationship with a female since. And she was the main reason why I said she gonna be the last one. If she ain't the right one, she gonna be the last one. I ain't looking no more after that. Okay, I'm a person, I do not believe in doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And I'm sorry to tell you, brothers, if you doing the same thing, going out pursuing these females, this generation, this strain of females, you expecting a result that you're simply not going to get. And that makes you insane. Okay, you can sit around and listen to anybody stream and Kevin Samuels, average at best, and high value man bullshit all you want. It ain't going to change the fact that an overriding majority of these females are literally not worth pursuing. Okay? Because of their mentalities and their lifestyle and all the baggage that they have from their past that often comes into their future, their present and their future. Okay? You know how they say, play at your, like do something at your own risk. Pursue, play, date, screw at your own risk. But I saw it for what it was, and I left that shit alone. But the relationship I had with this female didn't last 2 years. Never abused her, nothing. Okay? Then in the end, I was the one who had to break it off and change my number. That's just how messed up in the head she was. But she'll let a dude abuse her, cheat on her, and even disrespect her mama house for 8 years. I ain't gonna say everything. Well, I was about to say something else. I'm gonna leave that out. But, this is the modern day female. Okay? They are literally drawn to chaos. They are literally drawn to dysfunction and degeneracy. Okay? the more fucked up it is, the more they want it. And then will turn right around and complain about it and cry because they can't turn a Pookie, weirdo, savage, mental patient like this dude into Jesus Christ. They want to take these messed up dudes, these thug dudes, these Pookie dudes, these switch hitting dudes, and turn them into something that they're not. And when they can't do it, when they can't take what they call a hood nigger and turn him into one of the 12 disciples of Christ, they can't turn him into a husband, then they want to get mad. And, you have to understand the dynamics of the situation to understand that the reason why these females that, they think, they're demented enough to think that, if they put on heels, that, somehow that makes them classy. The reason why these females have this mentality is because while they think they're classy, while they think they're smarter than these degenerates that they're dealing with, they really truly are just a mirror reflection of the very guys that they complain about. And vice versa. Why hashtag half the problem? Yes, a lot of these Negroes are including a lot of, not all, but a lot of Kevin Samuels fans, the so-called high value men, are a reflection of the females that they complain about. I've seen so many fools being hypocritical and contradictory online. It's not even fucking funny. You got Negroes sitting up here like Tommy Sotomayor complaining about the very same females that they're still sticking their penises in. The very same ratchet, weave rat, thought bot type females. And then they're wondering why nothing ever changes. It's almost like black people think that lip service is going to somehow get the job done. I don't know. But they don't make any freaking sense. They really don't. But anyway, guys, I just thought I'd share this with you. Very, very odd story. Just be glad you're not a researcher like me, man, because online is a wasteland. Again, I've said, and I'll close with this. David Carroll, he loves to say that social media is the worst thing that ever happened to black people. I disagree with that. I think it's the worst thing that ever happened to our culture, but I think it's the best thing that ever happened to black people, because now we can see the lunacy transparently, clear as day. And nobody, even though a lot of people still try to deny it, turn a blind eye and pretend like it's something else. To any logically clear thinking person, they can clearly see what's going on. And they can clearly see that there is something seriously wrong with this group of people, whether they be black or otherwise. Something is wrong with an overriding majority of these Negroes, and that cannot be denied. I'm sorry. Call it what you wish. And once again, in case this video is flagged down for some BS, it will simply be put back up on fsavenger.com. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to visit our fsavenger.com platform. We have lots of videos that are uncensored, unfiltered over there. If you want to hear the hardcore version of a lot of stories like this, we got it over there, big time. And also remember to hit that donate button on fsavenger.com and support the cause of black men's freedom of speech and expression. Also, if you like my content here on YouTube or on fsavenger.com, you can also support me at any one of the crowdfunding links. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, I believe, down in any one of the links in the description box or the pinned post. Thank you so much for listening, and talk to you later, guys.